What's going on, guys? Oh my, Godzilla back here with another Godzilla figure review. Guys, today from HIYA Toys in their Exquisite basic line, this is the Mothra from Godzilla King of the Monsters, and they call this one the Emerald Titan version. Really cool looking, definitely inspired by a NECA figure we'll take a look at in a little bit, but this figure I think is really gorgeous, really nice paint. Love what they did on this figure in terms of kind of just giving us another version of the Mothra they gave us already. Can't wait to dive into this figure, guys. Without further ado, let's jump right in. Quickly jumping back to when this guy was in the packaging, just want to take a quick peek at the box here. So we got the Mothra Emerald Titan version, Godzilla King of the Monsters in the Exquisite basic line Monster vs. HIYA Toys. There's the top of the box. My box did get dinged up in shipping a bit. Side of the box. There's the back. HIYA Toys is always pretty minimal with their back of the packaging. There's the other side. So there it is. Back to the figure. First things first, guys, I want to talk about the stand here. So I was hoping, but not expecting for HIYA to improve the stand. I did not love really how they did the stand with the first Mothra, and this is exactly the same thing. So it's just the base plate with a bunch of different holes you can put this thing into. And then, I mean, this base piece does have a bunch of different points of articulation, and it's just got like a little grabby thing for Mothra's body, but it kind of is a little finicky. These hooks don't necessarily hold the best, just the adjustable hooks there. So I was hoping for a bit better stand, but no juice there. So, but into this figure, which I do think is just gorgeous. We're going to take a minute and just talk about the detail and the paint and whatnot. Obviously going to be the exact same figure I think we had with the first edition of Mothra, but where they have went ahead and changed all of the paint and detail on it. Gave us this really cool different version. They're calling it the Emerald Titan version. It's obviously very heavily based on NECA's Mothra, which they just called the poster version. Definitely kind of had this similar blue paint, kind of bluish paint. It's actually, you can see my hand kind of passing back through there. So the wings are semi-translucent, which is actually really cool. So I definitely love that. Checking out kind of the move. Let's move these arms down out of the way a little bit so we can look at the face of Mothra, which looks pretty decent. Antennas kind of on top of the head. They're obviously not puffed up. They're just flat along the back of the head there. But really cool looking Mothra. I'm definitely glad they gave us another Mothra just because I think the Monster vs. Mothra is really cool looking. And it's really cool to see another one of these. Hopefully they'll give us kind of a golden repaint of Mothra to kind of emulate her look in GXK. That would be really cool to see. But I just wanted to take a minute, guys, and just show you all of the beautiful paint and detail on this Mothra. So in terms of articulation, obviously the wings can come all the way straight up top, and then they can go pretty far out down, so you can get her pretty good flapping poses. And the second set of wings kind of also does the same. And what I really like about these is they're not just kind of on this one hinge, they're kind of on a rotating thing too, so you can really kind of fan them out. Like if you want to fold the bottom wings down, you can get really cool like looks for Mothra. Then you can kind of fold these back out and get a really good looking kind of pose for her. So a lot of movability with the wings. I really enjoy that. The body is just going to kind of be one piece, no articulation there, with the exception of a small bit on that kind of thorax piece. The legs are all articulate though, so checking out these back legs, kind of showing that they do move up and down all the way. And then all four of the front limbs you can move up. You can spin the back, the middle set. So really posable out of her. So if you wanted to kind of have her, you know, like in a pose like that, really cool. And then obviously you can grab the base stand and she can kind of, you know, be really showing off those wings. So really cool posability out of this Mothra. So here are our two HIYA Toys Mothras side by side, guys. I wanted to point out, first of all, that I keep my stuff nowhere near the sun, and we definitely have a little bit of yellowing on this plastic. So this plastic, let me know if anyone else is experiencing the same thing. Also, these hinges on on my regular Mothra are terrible. The stand falls apart so easily. Sometimes it doesn't even hold position. It's really a mess. But I just wanted to show these two Mothras side by side. It's interesting looking at the wings. You know, they have kind of a different pattern straight up. You can see this has more kind of these streaks. This one has kind of the notches. There's the big eye, whereas this is just kind of a little half circle. So they definitely just straight up like kind of redid the design of the wings. And it's interesting to say that because of this Mothra. This is the NECA Mothra poster version. Taking her off her stand really quick. Look how similar the wing pattern is going to be on this one. You can see the little half circle. You can see the sections kind of there. Kind of got this diamond with the hole in it. There's kind of a similar shape. So I'm wondering how much they really just kind of to an extent, copy-pasted this Mothra, at least for the wing pattern. I was just interested to see that. That was definitely worth pointing out. And you can actually see very subtly back there, the wing is also semi-translucent on the NECA Mothra. Taking a better look at the NECA poster version and the HIYA Toys Emerald Titan version side by side, the obvious differences are going to be the stands. This one has mini adjustable poses. This one does not, but it does have the cool kind of, bursting out of the egg effect. So that's really cool. The Mothra, with the stand, has this thing. Mothra's body just snaps into this little back piece there, and that's how she stands in there. Really thin body there, but whereas this one just kind of has the hooks, which I really hate, and one of them actually fell off, and I spent 10 minutes having to dig around on the floor trying to find it. Got lost in there pretty good. And the NECA Mothra, the wings don't kind of fan outward very well, so they have to kind of just stay in this pose, and they also don't hold. So that's definitely, I think they're kind of supposed to hold, but mine do not very well. The bottom set holds a little bit better, so if I kind of prop up the bottom set can kind of pinch the top set up a little bit, so that's kind of nice, but the wings do not, to say they're already fallen, they do not hold near as well, but I just kind of wanted to show off the two Titans side by side, mostly just to look at that wing pattern and kind of see the figure that I'm sure HIYA drew inspiration from when making the Emerald Titan version of Mothra. Just to show you side by side with a Godzilla figure, this is the Exquisite Basic King of the Monsters Godzilla, the reissued one, kind of with the updated everything. So just kind of wanted to show the sizing, Mothra's wingspan versus Godzilla's body, going to be pretty similar in size. I think Godzilla's obviously much bigger and bulkier and everything, but there is the sizing of the Emerald Titan version Mothra with the updated King of the Monsters Godzilla. Alrighty, so this has been the HIYA Toys Exquisite Basic Emerald Titan version of Mothra from Godzilla, King of the Monsters. Definitely a big fan of this figure. I love what they did kind of with Mothra's design, the color, the transparent wings. It definitely is it's a bit of an eye-grabbing piece to have on the shelf, kind of with the rest of the King of the Monsters HIYA Toys items. So really cool to have this new one in the collection. I'm looking forward to seeing, now that HIYA's kind of doing some more repaints, I'm looking forward to seeing the Flameborn Rodan, which should be arriving fairly shortly. So definitely excited to take a look at that one and compare it to the regular kind of standard Rodan. And then, like I said earlier, hopefully we get a GXK Mothra, kind of more of like a little golden take on her, just some updated colors. Once again, that would be really cool to see. But guys, let me know your thoughts on this figure in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more. We'll see you in the next one.